Okay, part 2 of math today. I think we're gonna come back to this page. Okay, so put the 467 page on top. That's the one. We're gonna jump over to that one and work through it together. All right, so now it says complete the problems on your own. We're going to do them as a group, okay? Part 1, create. The part shown is 1/6. So how many parts is this of it? It's only one of how many parts?
6.
Of 6 parts. Draw a model to show what the whole rectangle might look like. This is only one of 6 parts. So how many parts are missing?
5.
If there's 6 altogether, and there's one showing, how many are missing? 5. So how many do you need to add to that? 5 more. And we're drawing a what shape? Rectangle. So go ahead and do that. Okay, does your rectangle have 6 equal parts?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Ooh, that's bad shaped. Close enough. All right. Did you get your rectangle created? Do I have 6 equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, let's look at part 2. Explain. Look at these squares. Are those squares the same size?
Yes.
Are they split up into parts the same way? No. Okay, each square is divided into different equal parts, right? How many equal parts in this square?
4.
4. How many parts are shaded?
1.
So what fraction is shaded? 1/4. How many equal parts in this square?
4.
How many parts are shaded?
1.
So the fraction would be?
1/4.
What about this square? How many equal parts?
4.
How many parts are shaded?
1.
So the fraction is?
1/4.
Okay. Lynn says each square has the same fraction shaded. Rose says each square has a different fraction shaded. Who's correct? Which one of them is correct? Lynn says each square has the same fraction shaded. Do they all have the same fraction shaded? What did you tell me was shaded here?
1/4.
What about here?
1/4.
Here?
1/4.
Okay, so listen again. Lynn says each square has the same fraction shaded. Rose says each square has a different fraction shaded.
No.
Who's correct?
1.
Lynn is?
Yeah.
Why is Lynn correct? Why is she correct? We just talked about it. Why is she correct? Lucas?
Because they all have one thing.
Lynn is correct because they all have, you said 1/4. So that means they all have how many equal parts? They all have how many?
4.
Okay, because they all have 4 equal parts. And what else?
1 part shaded.
1 part shaded. How many parts shaded?
1.
1 part shaded. All right, everybody got that?
Yep.
Okay, let's look at part 3, compare. So we're going to look at one triangle compared to the other triangle. Each is divided into equal parts. That's true, right? This bigger triangle is split into how many equal parts? 2. This smaller triangle is split into 2 equal parts. All right, so what is the same about the fraction of each model that is shaded? What's the same about both of those? What would the fraction be for both of them? Tell me out loud right now.
1/2.
Yeah. One of the 2 parts is shaded, right? 1/2 is shaded. So let's jot that down. 1/2 is shaded. So that just means they both have 2 equal parts and 1 part is shaded. Now, what is different about the fraction of each model that's shaded? What's different about those? Connor, what's different?
That one's small and one's big.
Are they the same size? No. So let's write that down. What are we going to write down?
That one is big and one is small.
Okay, they're not the same size. One's bigger, one's smaller. You're exactly right. Okay. Once you have your answer written, flip the paper over. Are you starting to catch on to fractions a little bit more? Show me where you're at now. Be honest. If you're still here, stay here. Okay, that's good. Even if you're still here, that's okay. At least you haven't gone this way, right? Okay, if you're staying here, that's fine. It just means we're going to keep practicing. Okay. So looking at the back side of this, we're looking at pizza. Good thing our bellies are full. Okay, so we're going to think about what we've learned about fractions to help us complete problem 4. Do you see Adam right down here? And then Hillary in the middle? And John over here? Okay. Adam has 1/3 of a pizza. So we're pretending this is his pizza. It's a rectangle shaped pizza. How many equal parts does he have his pizza split into? The whole pizza for Adam. How many equal parts is his pizza split into?
3.
How do you know?
Because there's 3 people and each one gets one.
No. Adam has 1/3 of a pizza. It's thirds. This right here tells us Adam's pizza is split into how many equal parts? Thirds, which means 3, right? So let's split his pizza into 3 equal parts. As best as we can, right? Well, it's not very even, Mrs. Lofink. Ooh, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. Okay, so Adam has how much of that pizza? 1/3. So what are we going to shade in? 1 of those, right? Okay. We've got Adam taken care of. Let's move over to Hillary. Hillary has 2/6 of a pizza. How many equal parts does her pizza have? 6 equal parts. So let's do this. Let's split it at first like we did Adam's. And then let's split it right down the middle. Let's do it that way. Now, how much of that pizza does Hillary have? 2. So how many are we going to shade in? Let's shade in these top 2. What do you notice about Adam and Hillary? What do you notice about how much pizza they have? Raylin?
They have the same amount.
Looks like the same amount, doesn't it? Let's see if John is the same then as Adam and Hillary. John has 3/8 of a pizza. Friends, how many equal parts does his pizza need to be split into? 8. So we're going to have to go, let's split it in 4 equal parts here. And then we'll split it right down the middle.
That's the easiest one.
Okay, now, how much of that pizza does John have? 3 of those parts. So how many do we need to shade in? 3. So let's go the top 2 again. 1, 2, and then we'll go here. 3. Does John have the same amount that Adam and Hillary do?
No.
Oh, he has less?
More.
More? Okay. All right, let's talk about this. How did we know how many equal parts to show in each of those pizzas? Let's talk about John's. Circle John. How did we know how many equal parts we had to show? Class. Wake up. Stand up. Jog in place. Jog. There's a bear chasing you. You better jog faster. You better start sprinting in place. Sprint. That bear's getting closer. Oh, he's nipping at your heels. High knees. Oh, that bear got tired. All right. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Another deep breath. Exhale. Okay, have a seat. Hopefully now you have a little more oxygen going to your brain. Okay, so thinking about John, he has 3/8 of a pizza. How did we know how many equal parts to show for his pizza? How did we know that? Jenny, nice and loud.
Because when it said 3/8, we made 8 equal parts and then shake 3 in.
Okay, do you agree with her?
Yeah.
We know that our denominator tells us how many equal parts it has to be split into, right? So, how did we know how many equal parts to show?
8.
The denominator, which is what?
The bottom number.
And what number is that?
8.
So the denominator, 8, tells how many equal parts? What does that top number tell us, friends?
How many
You need to shade?
The numerator, which is the 1, the numerator tells how many John, that's 3, I was looking at the wrong one. It's not letting me erase it. It's just letting me make a mess. So the numerator, which is 3, tells how many John has, right? Alrighty. Everybody getting that? Okay, does everybody have that written?
Yes.
All right, let's let's take a look at 5.
Okay.
Mike has a circle divided into equal groups. One part is shaded and the other 3 parts are not. Mike says his circle shows the fraction 1/3. Hold on though, let's look at that again. He has a circle and it's divided into equal parts. One part is shaded and the other 3 are not. How many parts does his circle have?
4.
Mike says his circle shows the fraction 1/3. Is that right?
No.
No. Why is he not right? Let's draw this out. Let's draw a circle over here. He has 1 part shaded and 3 that are not. So we've said, how many parts is that?
4.
That's 4. Remember when we divide a circle, we just split it in half both ways if it's talking about fourths. How much of his is shaded? 1 part is shaded, right? All right, so we've decided, is he correct or not correct? I'm only hearing from like 2 of you. Is he correct or not correct?
No.
He is not, because what is the fraction that this should be? The fraction, friends.
1/4.
So this is actually showing 1/4. He says it's 1/3, so he's not correct. All right, now let's just talk about this next part. Why is he not correct? Lucas, nice and loud.
He's not correct because he said it one was couple shaded and the other 3 were not, and he said so it would be 1/3 because he thought you added no. He thought it would be 3 because he didn't add the other one.
Exactly. He wasn't adding the one that he colored in, was he? He was only counting the 3 that he did not color in. Do we have to count all of those? Yeah, because are they all part of that whole circle?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. All right. Now, is there another one at the bottom of that or no? Okay, let's go back to the other page. Says study how the example shows how to write a fraction for parts of a whole. Then solve problems 1 through 8. So let's look at this example together. First bullet here says there are 6 equal groups. Is that correct? Yes. Each part is 1/6. Do you remember talking about that before lunch? This is 1/6. This is 1/6. 1/6. 1/6. 1/6. 1/6. Okay. 5 parts are shaded. True? 5/6 of the whole is shaded. So this model shows the fraction 5/6. Yes, all of those statements are true. so for parts 1 and 2, you're going to fill in these blanks. Write down how many equal parts there are. Do that right now. Then write how many parts are shaded. Now use that information to write the fraction of the whole that's shaded, the fraction of that shape. Do the same thing for the rectangle here. How many equal parts are there? How many shaded parts are there? And then write that as a fraction.
This is really easy.
Hands on your hips when you have that part done. Or all of those parts done on the front, I mean. Okay. Is your name on that paper?
Yes.
Because I'm going to have you turn that one in. All right, flip it over. Leave your pencils down. We're just going to go through this quickly. This is going to be super easy compared to some of the other things we've been talking about. You are just going to shade this rectangle to show 3/4. Then for 4, you're going to shade this shape to show 2/6. Then you're going to shade 3 parts and write the fraction for the whole circle. Okay? Same with 6. Looking at this, is that a rectangle or a square? Rectangle. Shade how many parts? 7. And then write the fraction to show how many parts are shaded, how many parts are in the whole thing. Number 7. So this is 1/4 of a rectangle. So how many parts does the rectangle have in the whole thing? 4 parts. Pencils down, because you're going to have plenty of time to work, right? All right. So now, if that is 1/4 of a rectangle, are you going to draw your shapes as close to that same size as possible? Yeah, you're going to show your work down here. Okay? So you're going to draw the whole rectangle down here. Using about that same size is what they're wanting you to do. So do you know how many of those you're going to draw? Don't say it out loud. You have to look at the denominator to help you figure out how many to draw in the whole thing. Look at 8. They're really going to try to challenge you here. This is 1/4 of a rectangle. Okay, so when you, Amy, when I'm done with this, I'm going to send you down. But wait just a minute, okay? You are creating a rectangle. Think about how you are going to use triangles to create a rectangle. Are you going to have to, like, if this is your triangle here, are you going to have to, like, flip it? So think about it this way. If this is the triangle, whoops, I need to freeze this, if it'll let me still stick stuff on there. There we go. Okay, so if this is our triangle that I have drawn, am I just going to put another triangle like that?
No.
Like that?
No.
What do I need to do with another triangle? Like that?
No.
Like, which way would it need to go? I'm so confused. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm just trying to help you mentally
Like
figure this out.
that, but
Like
kind
that.
of turn to like where that's
Now
where
just
like the long side
other
is
way.
facing that long side on the on
the
turning. Like the long
Keep
long. Like the
That.
diagonal.
Turn it.
Wait, no. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, that, let that.
That.
No, no. No.
No, turn.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yay, you got it.
Okay, so how many parts is this?
Two.
2. How many parts does it need to have?
4.
Can you figure out what you're gonna have to do to get 4 parts? Do you want me to leave that up there kind of like that for you? Okay, so you're going to draw those 4 parts, right? It's freaking out because of the tape. It thinks that something's touching it.
So clever.
All right. So you're going to draw the rectangle. Are we done? Did we draw our rectangle yet?
No.
No, we're only part way there. After you finish drawing those parts and you show those parts, then you're going to shade 2/4 of it. Okay?
So clever.
Why don't you work on this one right now so I can take that tape off of there so it's not like freaking out the whole time. Okay, once you have that done, then you can go work on the rest of those. And when you're finished, put it in the tray. They are very loud.